How's it going, everyone? Welcome and thank you for stopping into the channel. Today I got an exciting video planned for you guys. We're going to be talking about the 5 best Kizer knives so far this year, in my opinion, of course. And we are going to be starting it off with this one for good reason. This is the knife that kind of set the precedent for Kizer for me this year. If this was a dud, I was not going to buy any Kizers for quite a while, but because this one was not a home run but a grand slam, it kind of led me down a path of getting quite a few Kizers so far this year. This is the Kizer Dam Design Collaboration Mad Tanto, and this was very popular when these dropped. They are still very popular. I believe they are coming back in stock more now. So we'll go ahead and start tip to butt. We're going to do an in-depth look at each one quickly, or as quickly as I can without going off on a tangent. So here we go. We have a 154 cm stone wash blade. We have a flat grind going to the tip. We have a hollow grind going to the flat or to the straight edge. You have a nice full-size finger choil there, along with a very thick neutral handle, and it is so hand filling. Absolutely love this knife, and I'm glad I picked it up. In a sense, not good for the wallet, but definitely good for the knives. And it's been a great EDC knife. It's actually done very well in a work environment for a button lock. I have not had one failure with this plunge lock through work, EDC, or testing purposes. Not one failure yet, and I hope that continues. I hope button locks have taken a turn for the better at this point. The micarta on the Mad Tanto is phenomenal, guys. Some of the absolute best, if not the best, micarta that I have had here on the channel or ever. And I don't care if we're talking about a $50 knife or a $300 knife. This is some of the absolute best micarta that I've had. You have a full length micarta backspacer, ultra deep carry pocket clip. This thing is a home run at $80. The flipper tab is exceptional for the light switch, for the push button. You can use the button to flip it in and flip it out. This is a fidget monster, and the plunge lock, if done right, which it feels and seems like it has been, this is the longest standing Kizer that I have from this year, and it has performed exceptionally well. That is the Kizer Mad Tanto, and it is an absolute home run. I will try to link all these knives down below. They should all be available upon this video being uploaded. So I will try to link them below, and if you're interested in any of them, I will try to link them down below. And before we hop into number 2 here, if you love content like this, you like content like this, and you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's any Kizers that have interested you this year, any Kizers you've bought this year, or any of these that you have or want to get. Leave it down below. I love hearing from you guys. Now we have number 2, the Kizer Escort. This is an absolute great EDC knife, absolute great work knife. This is one of my, if not my favorite crossbar locking knives, period. You have a almost full straight back drop point blade. This bad boy is coming in 20 CV blade steel, baby, and that was a great choice for this guy. This is a Dirk Pinkerton design. The fuller is for aesthetics on the blade only. You cannot use that for your opening method, but you don't need it. The thumb studs are placed and work so very well. You can literally open and close this all day long and your hand will not get fatigued. The thumb studs are done very, very well. You can thumb flick it, reverse flick it. It's comfortable. You can even choke up there. There's no flipper tab, so you can choke way up there. Pretty good plunge grind there. Very well done. Black aluminum handles. You have black washed liners. Jimping on the top here, on the spine, some here on the back for your squeeze grip there. I did throw an aftermarket TRM titanium deep carry pocket clip on this guy. It goes very well with the knife. I'll probably get a second one for the guy I am about to show you. But this is an exceptional knife. They do make a budget version of this knife as well in micarta and 154 cm. But I opted for the aluminum and 20 CV. It's a great combination. It's a hell of a great looking knife. And it's a great user. The clutch lock is just exceptionally well done. It is the absolute best crossbar lock so far to date, in my opinion. I don't care if you bring up Benchmade, Hogue, SOG, Asher, Ganzo. I don't care who it is. They are not doing it as well-rounded as Kizer is doing it. I mean, it's the opening of the crossbar lock mechanism is phenomenal. It feels like you have a true detent knife here. Very strong and stout. You can thumb flick this drop bear out here. This bad boy is a 154 cm spear point blade, and it's like a machine satin stone wash that Kizer's doing. I don't really, it's satiny, but it almost reminds you of like a light stone wash somehow. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it works very well. You have black aluminum and a deep carry black steel pocket clip. All the hardware is blacked out. Liners are blacked out. Very good looking knife, and I appreciate that. When they do satin liners on a knife like this, it just kind of looks cheesy in a sense. So I'm glad they decided to black the liners out here. You do have dual thumb studs that are blacked out for the opening method. Jimping all the way up the spine of the blade until it starts to slope. Very well done. Absolutely love the drop bear. It's a knife that I will probably be picking up a second version of. Not to get rid of this one. This one is not going anywhere. But I will be probably picking one up in either LC200N or LMAX. One of the two, because I love this knife so very much. It's a great user, a great size. Even with bigger hands, you can fit your paws on there, no problem. That is the Kizer Drop Bear, the original one in 154 cm and aluminum. Absolutely a great 1-2 punch with the Escort. I absolutely love both of them knives, and the clutch lock, the crossbar lock is just so well done. If you have not experienced the crossbar lock from Kizer, I highly, highly recommend at least trying one of their knives with it. It is game changing at this point. So next up, we have the surprise of this group of 5, in my opinion. I knew I loved the look of this knife, but I was not sure if I would like it or not. I just did a recent disassembly of this guy. It should already be up on the channel. And it came out of box very well. But after taking it apart, cleaning it, oiling it, putting a little extra tension on that lock bar, man, did it really just... It was a game changer to do that for this knife. Sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't really change much. But this one, it really did. The knife was clean for the most part. But I cleaned it up, oiled it, put a little tension on that lock bar, and it just did this knife justice. So we'll start with the tip here and go back. You have a modified Tanto clip point blade in S35 VN. You have a flat grind to the tip. You have a hollow grind here to the straight edge. And guys, let me tell you, I measured this straight edge coming in around 12 thousandths behind the edge, and I'm willing to bet it's actually better than that. Just my calipers are not the best calipers in the world. I'm willing to bet it's even less than 12, but even at 12, that is very impressive. It is a slicing machine, and this Tanto edge here, this secondary edge, is great for working purposes. If you have any scraping or anything like that, absolutely love a Tanto blade for EDC and work purposes. S35 VN, if I didn't say it, the opening hole is done very well. I call it the Superman hole. But the thumb flick, it works perfect. You can ride that all the way up to that corner there and just push it out. You can reverse flick it very easily. I love a frame lock knife that I can thumb flick. It's just, there's something about it that when you do it, it just feels, I don't know, it's just awesome. Nice and stout. You have this ramp right here with jimping on it that just locks you in, and it is awesome. Great plunge here for sharpening purposes, in my opinion. You do have blue anodized collars for the pivot. Great access to the lock bar with some chamfering there on it. Very well done from Kizer. The pocket clip, again, not an afterthought. Good job on the pocket clip and going with something different. You have some anodizing there in the pocket clip with that piece. It almost looks like they cut the piece out of the blade and put it here on the clip. I think that's what they were going for, but I'm not sure. And you have an anodized titanium backspacer that's geared with an integrated lanyard loop or hole there. Very aesthetically pleasing, and it's an awesome work knife, EDC knife. I have either carried this or picked this knife up every single day since I unboxed it. The Torngat is my surprise Kizer so far this year, and it is an awesome, awesome knife, guys. S35 VN, titanium frame lock, anodizing, hollow grind, for like 160, I think. I mean, it's a hell of a deal. I absolutely love the Torngat, and I know there's been a lot of guys who have been interested in that knife as well, along with all of these at some point in time. And the Torngat is my surprise knife of the year, and it is very, very well done. So now we are going to move into number 5, and I think this is going to be the knife to beat this year from Kizer, at least in my opinion. Now, I know they have a ton of models coming this year, whether it's upgrading old ones or they have new models coming out. They have a bunch. But this one is going to be pretty hard to beat. This is the Kizer Clairvoyant. You have a modified sheep's foot blade coming in S35 VN again here. I love S35. I wish, though, that they would have went with 20 CV on this guy. Not that S35 is bad. I love S35. But for the money, I could see doing this one in S35 for that well-roundedness, giving it strength ordeal. But this is kind of going to be a slicing knife. So I was hoping they would do it in 20 CV. But S35 is good. 20 CV, I think, in my opinion, seems better for this knife. And I don't think that would have upped the cost much, especially when you know they have 20 CV already there. But that's neither here nor there. Not a big deal. You do have the modified sheep's foot blade with dual thumb studs. The thumb studs are awesome. You have bead blasted titanium faux bolsters with the button lock. carbon fiber pivot collar there. You have Munko knives on the back, the Clairvoyant name, and the product number, I guess. I don't know why they continue to do that. I wish they would stop. You do have these beautiful marble carbon fiber inlays, and they are just so well done. The pocket clip is exceptionally well done. You have this chamfer here on the back of it, and it kind of goes down. It's just very well done, guys. All these knives have very minimal hardware. They all came centered, no blade play, all very sharp from factory. Great action on all of them. Great ergos on all of them. Great aesthetics. I mean, Kizer, you got to tip their hat to them. They are doing an awesome job this year, and I got to pat them on the back. They are doing a great job. I wish I could get in the little Kizer group where you get sent all the Kizers to check out, because I can't buy all of them, and I'll buy the ones that I think are good as long as I can afford it. But I just can't buy every new Kizer at the rate at which they are putting them out. So maybe one day I'll get lucky and they'll start sending me a box of knives to check out. I don't even care. I don't even want to keep them. I just want to be able to check them out. But that's neither here nor there. I love how the pocket clip is not an afterthought. Again, they did this so well. I love that thick tip there down there. It goes in and out of the pocket great. You have a full length titanium backspacer with the Munko logo there. A skinnier handle, yes, and I typically like a thicker handle, but there's just something about the way this one's designed that it just works very well. You got jimping up here, locks you in. The plunge lock, again, just like the Mad Tanto, has held up very well. I've tested this one a couple times as well, and it has not failed me yet. And from the looks of everything, it seems like they've turned a corner and they are starting to get that lock geometry right on these plunge locks. There should be no reason that you can't get that geometry right and keep these knives that are button locks locked up, at least under certain duress. But that is my top 5 knives from Kizer so far this year, guys. I think they are all deserving of being in the top 5. I know they've put out a bunch of other models, but these are my top 5. And the Drop Bear has been very popular. The Mad Tanto has been very popular, and these two are getting more and more popular, especially the Clairvoyant. But the Torngat has also gotten a lot of attention. The Escort has gotten some attention, but I don't think it's gotten the attention it deserves. The Escort kind of fell in the middle, I think, there. The Drop Bear came out, and I think people just kind of overlooked the Escort. And it's a great size, great materials. The Escort is phenomenal. The Mad Tanto, the Escort, the Drop Bear, the Torngat, the Clairvoyant. These 5 knives, I think, are going to go to the end of the year and just be still in the category of best budget knives. These 3 are higher end Kizers, but they're so well done. From their $80 knives up to their $160, $170 knives. Very well done. Great materials, great steel choices, great build quality, ergonomics, aesthetics, action, cutting performance. They just nail it all, and they are doing so well. If you guys hung around through the whole video, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. What are you doing, you? Hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these guys. Let me know what you think of Kizer. Do you have any of these? Do you want to get any of these? Leave it down below. I love hearing from you guys. I will catch you on the next one.